move it.
Well, good morning everybody. My name is Jeff White and I'm one of your announcers tomorrow. Thank you for your attendance and support for the Birmingham Diamond League, even if you're contractually obliged to be by your employers. We're into our final lap of press conferences. This one has a distinct endurance flavour to it. We've got 20 minutes, so we'll make best use of the time. Three of the greatest distance runners of all time. They are the favourites for the longest flat events that we have tomorrow, the 600 metres, the 1500 metres and the 3000 metres. They're also the reigning world champions on the longest flat events, the 1500 metres, 5k, 10k and 800 metres. So, without further ado, the format's going to be not more than 20 minutes. Then the athletes have to go. It is possible that with David and also with Asbel that we can get some one-to-ones if you request them at the end. So we'll start with Mo. And on the day that Muhammad Ali passed, I think you were a fan, weren't you?
Yeah, it's a sad day for I think all sports, not just boxing. For every sport really, it was an icon. Someone, for me, someone I grew up watching him. He was one of my heroes, and I've watched most of his boxing stuff, and when I saw the news, like last night I had it just before I was going bed, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, my hand just sank. But just my respects to his family, and we have lost a legend.
And looking ahead, you've been a strong supporter of British events this year. We've had Edinburgh, Glasgow, then Wales, and then in Portland, and now back to Birmingham. How would you assess your form on that sort of a build-up? It's included a spring half marathon for the first time. How have things been?
Yeah, training's been going pretty well, to be honest with you. It's getting close to Rio. Everything's just geared up towards Rio, and had to start in January when I did the cross-country. It was second, and then come back for the half. And that was hard. That was really hard. Struggled a bit. Not struggled a bit, that's what I was in terms of my fitness and my ability at that time of the year. And then went away in Arizona, Flagstaff, where I've done good 6 weeks of proper training. Came back and ran at 3, and run season's best. It was okay. I was hoping to run a lot faster, to be honest, but I just didn't go as well as I wanted anyway. But it was a good win overall. And now I'm here this weekend to compete on Sunday, so I'm quite excited. Hopefully tick the box and get back into training again. And, go up in the Pyrenees 2000, that's been quite a bit of fun when I'm in Europe. And from there, just a few races, London University for sure, just sorting out when I'm going to do Monaco, or it's big man here, never know. 1500, and I might do another race too, so I've probably got another 3 more races after this.
And tell me if I'm reading too much into this, but at the World Half in Cardiff, you were a little bit under the weather with a cold, and it seemed like the Kenyans ganged up on you with a really, really quick opening pace. And to an extent it worked because you were relegated to bronze. Was you running Eugene an attempt to show I can take a quick pace, run it as fast as you like, I'm still the man?
Yeah, as an athlete, I always like to start off my season well, and no one wants to lose. I'm sure Rudisha will tell you, Asbel will tell you, when you win medals and you get to this level, you never want to come down from there, you just want to maintain that. Sometimes it's very hard to maintain. As I say, every champion is hard. It's harder being at the top than being at the bottom. And going back on the half marathon, training gone well in Ethiopia, came back home, not making excuses, but wasn't 100% as you do, but I don't go in every race 100%. Sometimes your ability or being controlling a race and going into a race with confidence, you just get through it. And with a long distance, I a little bit struggled at the half. Early on, from probably about 5 miles, I knew it was a bit of trouble. And then the boys just kept going and going.
And looking ahead, we're a couple of months out from the Olympic Games. We were talking last night, you've been an international athlete now for 15, 16 years, starting as a junior. Is your appetite and your zest and your ability to hurt yourself in training still as good as it was, or better, or is it always been the same?
It's probably more now. For some reason, I'm thinking more like, a little bit older and need to do more stuff or, change little things. But I guess I don't need to change as much. I'm still as hungry and I want to do the best that I can, and it has not changed one bit, but I seem to be around a little bit fair. And I started about doing my first international was in 94, think it was 98. So quite a long way, but you know, I'm just thankful that I'm injury free and still got the right mind. My aim is just continue winning medals, and you know, that's what I'm good at. And the hardest thing is just going back slightly. It's just probably been, now I'm the father of 4 kids, being away from my kids, and my kids looking at me in the eye and going, "Dad, you're off again." And that's one thing that really breaks my heart. Other than that, I'm enjoying it and I love it.
And tomorrow you're running a meeting that you missed last year. What constitutes a good performance for you in front of Birmingham public tomorrow?
No, I love Birmingham. You know, last year wasn't a great year, but you know, I'm back here this year. Hopefully, you know, the fans last year can give something back to the fans, and I go out there and just enjoy it. You know, that's one thing I want to do, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's going to be a good field. You know, we've got some good races.
Let's pass the baton on to David Rudisha. I should apologise in advance. We have 3 Arsenal fans on the top table here. And they've triggered the release clause in the Leicester City Strikers contract. David, you're running 600 metres tomorrow. You came within a second of the world record the last time you attempted it here. What should we expect from you tomorrow?
I'm really excited, you know, to run my second 600. First time I did here in Birmingham, and yeah, it's one of the rare races that I never complete most frequently, but I must say that I love that 600 because I'm more like a 400 meter 600, so 400, 800, so in the middle there I usually feel more comfortable, and I want to see tomorrow how far I'll go, because in 2013 I was just coming from injury problems, and this year I must say that I've been doing very well. My training has been good, so I want to see how far I can push tomorrow.
And you mentioned 400 metres. Your father was one of the stars of Kenyan 400 metre relay running way back at Moscow Games in 1980. I think Kenya were Commonwealth champions at 4x400 metres in Edinburgh in 1970. Whereabouts is the 400 metre team at the moment, and do you feature in that? Is it something that would interest you, that relay squad?
Well, yeah, you know, we have really good 400 meter guys in Kenya, but we have a lot of challenges because one, we don't have really good proper coaching, because sprints is more like a technical event where we do a lot of technical training, and I think that is where we lack. But you know, it's not like a fixed event, because I'm more concentrating on my individual race, which is 800 meters. And if Kenya will make the 4x4 team, and if they make it to the Olympics, then after my 800, of course, if I feel too strong and ready to go, then I have no worry, because that is one of my events that I also love, and my father used to run, and it's fun for me, because I think I can do 45 low, which is good.
Yeah. Looking back to London 2012, Seb Coe went out of his way to praise your performances, notwithstanding Super Saturday and everything that the British athletes achieved, to win an Olympic gold and set a world record in the same race. Do you think you'll ever top that, or you know, is that something that you've moved on from?
Well, yeah, I must say 2012 actually, the 800 in the Olympic was the best performance, not only of the world record, but if you see the performance in all the event, everybody running personal best, over 5 guys riding under 140, 43, and nearly everybody running under 144, so it was one of the greatest 800 meters ever, and I think it was fair to say that it was the greatest performance. And, well, I can say that, you know, system never been that lucky because of the injury, and then coming back, you know, it's amazing how fast your body can forget the training and performance when you just lose a year of being there without doing training. when I started back, it was like I've never been an athlete before. It was like I'm starting from zero, and it's just been tough. It shows also how we can appreciate our body sometimes, because I was building and doing some training, so it's almost felt like I was starting from the ground. But 2013, 2014, 2015, I was coming and I've been improving from time to time. And this year I'm happy that even the pain is completely gone. This season, beginning, I have a very good foundation, and I'm looking forward to see how this year will go.
Do you think you're one of the calmest men in world sport? Do you think that it's your temperament that's seen you through that long injury setback, and you were very gracious in defeat to Commonwealth Games in Glasgow? Has that served you well? You don't get too overexcited when you win, and you don't get too down when things go bad.
Well, I can say, when you have that spirit of sport, my father used to tell me when I was young that, you have always to appreciate your sportsmen and the people you compete with on the track, because he told me one thing that if you go today to the track and run by yourself, I don't know if you'll be a winner or a loser, because you have nobody to compete with. So the people you compete with actually are the one who make you, or who make you become a winner, who make you, do the best you can and feel that you're better in what you're doing. So without them, you are nothing. So you have to appreciate. And every time I go out there, I know it's an individual effort. And if I'm not there, I appreciate. And they are telling me that you're not better and how I can improve tomorrow. So it's always a spirit of sport that I lose and I know why I'm losing, because I'm not better because of this problem. But how can I improve and do better tomorrow? So it's a spirit of sport.
Good attitude. Let's pass the baton over to the athlete man, Asbel Kiprop, the reigning world champion at 1500 metres. Now I happen to know, because my son's in your race tomorrow, that you've asked for a pace of 1:51 for halfway. Is it the case that having won most things in the sport, you're starting to attack the quick times and ultimately looking at El Barouji's world record? Is that on your radar now?
Well, okay, talking about this race, calling for 151, okay, I was told the weather will be nice, it will be sunny, and of course it will be 22 degrees, Celsius.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, okay, I can say, okay, this is the way I use the chance to try and run fast. It is mostly here, normally it's cold or rainy, but tomorrow is a chance that I can run fast.
And there was a reporter from Let'sRun.com that followed some of your schedules at altitude, and you start the training schedules with 6 great guys alongside you, international athletes, Grand Prix athletes, and at the end of the session, the only one left standing is you. You're in great shape at the moment, aren't you?
Well, I can say my preparation has been going on well. Citing that this is Olympic year, and every athlete is working extra hard to see that by the time Olympic comes, they are big, and so I do the same.
And you won in 2008, you didn't win in 2012. Is that your sole focus this year, or are you looking to get close to El Barouji's world record?
I'm trying to do a redemption from 2012 because I went to London and got injured, and I actually felt that I should have won that day, and trying to redeem myself from the mess, because Olympic comes once in 4 years. When you mention about running fast and trying to come close to each other, I'm trying also like Rudisha and more Farah, to try and climb a ladder and to be in the play. Yes.
Would you like to see Jamie Vardy in an Arsenal shirt next year? Would you like to see Jamie Vardy playing for Arsenal?
Yes, it's an amazing thing to be a fan.
Questions from you?
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Pat.
This time 12 months ago, you were very angry and upset. A complete contrast to how you are now, basically. Can you just talk about the 2 moves that you're in now as you were 12 months ago? And do you feel a sense of vindication that you're still the coach, things are still okay in your training? Do you feel that sense of vindication?
Yeah, it's a new year, so that was last year. Past it now, and things are taken care of themselves, and we've done what we need to do. For me, I feel like I've moved on, and you can only do things that are in your control. And you saw me from last year, from interview, the way I looked. Really didn't want to be here, but obviously had to be here. But now it's different, and I'm quite excited about the racing. Just sitting alongside these guys and just become athletics, and that's all I have to do as an athlete, because this is what I train for.
You feel that dedication that what you've dedicated your life for is bringing out, basically?
For sure, yeah. I'm going out there for the fans and my family and everyone else, and just enjoy my career while I can, because as Asbel said, everything we try and climb the ladder, and then when you climb up, you stay there for a while. Not forever you're going to stay. Our career is short, so we just have to make the most of it. And like myself and Rudisha, make the most of it. And each time we walk on that track, it's just another opportunity to do well, move on.
Mike, you talked about fans a lot. Do you feel you let them down a bit last year by putting out whatever the reasons behind it were? Because I guess they don't get too many chances to see you run.
To be honest with you, I don't want to let anyone down, and what I do is what I do, and I'm very grateful people come out and support you and there for you. And it was just in that moment, I felt I wasn't myself, and I felt like I just couldn't give what people deserve. So it's no point saying I'm going to give it to them, not give it to them. So for me, it was get on a flight. But that's all gone now. That's last year. We moved on. And this year, 2016, and you know what? Let's talk about 2016.
So last question is my apologies. There was a report in the Oregonian this week, Ken Go, saying that you started basically quietly dropped your investigation into Alberto. He must be relieved, you must be relieved that is the case. Can you say a little bit about that? And also, you said last week that you are feeling better than ever. Can you say a little bit more about why you think that is, given that you are early 30s now, something that's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy, and the most things you can be just enjoy your athletics and be happy. That's what I do, and that's what all the years I've been doing. Obviously, with last year and stuff, you don't want anything coming in the way of it. And as you said, the report, there is some kind of chat or some news has been out saying, "No, everything's been done. There was nothing." And I haven't found nothing, which all along I knew anyway, and that's why I stuck quiet. But talking about my training this year, training's gone pretty well. I'm in one of the best shapes of my life. I'm getting on a bit, even though that. Training's gone well, flexed up, and to be honest with you, I really wanted to run fast in Eugene and run a lot faster than what I did. But I didn't at the time. It was kind of a little bit weird, and pacemaking was good, but it wasn't good enough to get me all the way in. It was okay. The most important thing was just trying to run the 27 minutes, which I did, and win the race, and I won. And I'm quite excited about Rio. That's too far away. Even the fact was like, coach was like, "My things are going so well. Can't afford to do this. You need to calm down a bit." Calm down. I'm like, okay. We have like a week, not easy, but a week where you just got to take down a little bit. Which is good. I'm sure this guy's get it too. Do you ever get it, Rudisha, where you go, the training's gone well, and you're like, it's gone too well, you're going to have a few days easy, or you've got no training, you need to catch up a little bit. It's just a matter of understanding your body, I'm sure.
He's going to need to mind if he's on.
Yeah, you have to have a good feeling of your body. To be honest, sometimes you feel like my body is responding too fast. You just have to hold a little bit so that you don't get to that top until when the moment comes when you need to be there.
We've got 5 minutes left, aren't we, Michelle?
Asbel, you've quite taken to the dynamic, so you've done Dover, you've done Eugene, you're running here, and then you're also doing the mile in Oslo. How important is the circuit leading into something like an Olympics, and how do you take those races in your training?
Well, I'm actually trying to do exactly what I did last year, trying to minimize races. Doing 4 before the Kenya trials is not quite much. And, also, it depends on how fast the races I run. And, when you see Doha, I was not kind of fast, 3:32 with the 1500, and again the mile in the Eugene. Expecting to run here a good time tomorrow. Then, I'm not exhausting that much, and I hope coming to trials I'll still be around 60% of my best.
Following on from Sean's question, Mo, we've seen Kim Collins run really well at the age of 40, further the gap high world past 40. Do you have any feelings that you still might be racing at this level at Valley?
No, mate. No. I'm honest. I've got 2017. Definitely gonna do it. And then after that, we'll see maybe a few road races. But yeah, 2017, I'll probably say will be my last track. Yeah. I love what I do. I enjoy it, but it's just as I'm away so much, it's just one thing really that I miss is my kids and asking me questions. And I'm away 6 months of the year, so I'm only there half of the lifetime really. So I just want to be able to spend more time as I can, and go onto the road. It's just because when you train for the championship, everything is just planned, and everything else is like from January till now, everything's planned to really.
Do you feel like you've got unfinished business in the marathon, especially the London Marathon, having got an English record but not a British record?
Yeah, for sure. I've got to learn about the event, but I was talking to someone about it the other day, thinking, man, it's different pain. It's different pain. I don't know why I'm getting that kind of pain. They're like, oh, well, you haven't done it before. You could do the training, but in 1500 meters or 800 and stuff, when you do 1, 2, 3, you get understanding of it. You get understanding of it. You're like, oh man, I felt good from 400 meters to go. I felt so bad 400 meters to go, or 600 meters to go, and then you do something about it. In a marathon, so I'm trying to get my head around. How do you do something about it? Because you don't race a marathon every 3 months or 4 months, or I don't know. And I think it's one of those things where when I finish track, just need to run maybe another one, and then try and learn about it and think about what point do you feel tired and why do you feel tired, or I don't know, might not be good at marathon.
Okay, we've got time for 1 or 2 more.
Mo, you mentioned your idolisation of Muhammad Ali. I was just wondering if you could sort of explain what made him an inspiration to you.
You're going to start me here all day. Muhammad Ali was a character. He was something. He was just amazing what he did. He made it look easy. Rumble in the jungle. The way he thought of life. What he stood up for, what he believed. It was someone that and he was a jokey, funny, and some of the quotes that I still use, things like still use that flow. Don't count the days. Don't count the days. Yeah. What else? It was just incredible, and for me, it was just growing up and seeing this guy. It was just I don't even know how to describe him. I get emotional just thinking about it now, thinking he's gone. It's that thing. But yeah, I just want all my support goes to his family and friends. I'm sure it's hard times for him with all his family, but we will miss him. I think everybody will miss him. Every sport, anyone will know about it.
Thank you. We have time for 1 more, yeah. We start with you, so we'll finish with you.
Given everything that's thrown every year, you still fall. You still go to no champion win. Just talk about your own mental resilience, how you manage to cope with everything that gets thrown at you every year. You still manage to get there, just keep it the right time, basically. Is it a struggle doing that? You do a lot of track and then produce on the track?
It is a struggle, and people struggle in training, get everything right in training, and the competition part. So we tell you the part, it's the easy part really, because if you've done all the training, done everything, really all you need to do is just get around the track as safe as possible, and that's one thing that some things are not in your control. When you're on the track, you get tripped up, something happens, then that's the only thing really. But other than that, the training's done, and for me, one of the things, training is more hard than the actual competition. I've always said that. The competition part's really the easy part. We've done everything, and you just stick to the plan and hopefully, go with what the coach says. And as you feel good, you might even go before he tells you to go.
Well, we wish you well for tomorrow, and to your fellow North Bank supporters here. The weather, as you pointed out, is guaranteed at Costa del Perivar, 20-25 degrees, no wind, and a full house. So good luck to all 3 of you, and thank you very much for your attendance.
Thank you very much.
I said I want a quick chat with Asbel, they did additional Yeah, so we.
You got it, yeah. You want to speak to Asbel? Yes.